COVID has changed the way people work and how they view work. Many of our team, our current team, and even our potential team are reflecting on what a quality job feels like, and nearly half of our current team are willing to quit in order to find a quality job. And reversing this tide in an organisation requires leadership. It requires leaders and managers who care, who engage, and who give workers a sense of purpose, inspiration, and motivation to perform. Managers, leaders, you watching today, you give people reasons to stay working with you or not working with you. Welcome to JTInTheRaw, show 256, where I chew the thin on business, and after 32 years in business, I've just a few thins to chew, and today is Jersey Day. I'm wearing my Barker Old Boys rugby jersey from back in circa 1992, 3 or 4, something along those lines. And what is Jersey Day? Well, here in Australia, in May 2015, a young boy who is now regarded, I guess, a little as a hero, Nathan Gremo. Nathan was just 13 years of age when he got out of the car, walked around, crossing his way, I think, to a playground, and was hit by another car. Nathan that day had posted on Instagram, "You only live once, but if you do it once is enough." Nathan passed away that afternoon. Very sad day for the Gremo family. But in another way, Nathan's passing was quite phenomenal, as he donated his organs and 6 people were able to live thanks to Nathan's donation. And Jersey Day is a day that is designed not to raise money for organ donation, but merely for you to have a conversation with your loved ones about donating your organs. What do you want? What do you not want? What's the process that you need to go through? So Jersey Day is not about raising money. It's fun, it's free, and it's about registering and having conversations with people. So let's talk about the topic that nobody wants to talk about because nobody really thinks they've got an answer to it, but it is rife at the moment in the workplace. Morning, Dwayne. How are you, mate? And that is a new Gallup survey. Gallup is a surveying company, and a new survey finds that 48% of America's working population is actively job searching or watching for new opportunities. Businesses across the globe are facing a staggering high quit rate. Just yesterday, I spoke with two gym owners here in Australia, and both of them said they've lost staff. In fact, in May in the US, 3.6 million Americans quit. They resigned. And there's a record number of unfilled positions in the US. And Gallup discovered that it's workers of all categories, from customer-facing roles to highly professional roles. Everybody out there is actively, or passively even, job hunting at roughly the same rate. So, what do we do? Well, unfortunately, most employees are not engaged. They are actively disengaged in the workplace. And this was found from a Gallup report in 2021. And it found that really the global employee engagement rate, so the people that are currently working with us across the globe that are engaged with the job that they do, sits around 20 to 34%. 20 to 34%. The low end, 20%. Now, what does that mean for us in business as owners or managers? Well, the loss of productivity of not engaged or actively disengaged employees is equal to about 18% of their annual salary. So their reduction in productivity decreases about 18% of annual salary. And replacing workers, now this is a big one because I never really thought about this data too much, but replacing workers requires 1.5 to 2 times an employee's salary in some instances. Why does it cost so much? Because you've got to think about the money and the time and the energy and the effort to replace people. So considering that most of the currently employed are not engaged, each new hire that we put on is going to be coming into a team where the majority of people are not engaged. What are they teaching them? What are new team members being taught by actively disengaged current team members? That just makes me shudder. And Gallup, through their research, has found that it takes more than 20% increase in your salary, which none of us can afford, but it takes 20% higher pay rise in order to lure most employees away from a manager who engages with them. Or how to keep a disengaged manager, a 20% pay rise. None of us can afford that. Now, there are some strategies that we can implement. So I'm going to tell you about them in just a tick. Okay, so now let's talk about the team. Your team retention strategies now demand more than ever before people management skills. People management skills. Our job as leaders is to engage our workers. We need to make sure that they're happy. Beyond happy, they need to be engaged. And there is a great book called First Break All the Rules. And in First Break All the Rules, there are 12 essential elements of engagement that we need to be ticking. If you'd like those 12 questions, put 12 questions in the comments below and I can send you the link to grabbing this information. It's terrific. It's awesome. It's a great temperature check for your team. But here is the bottom line for us all. These elements range from what's expected of us at work to having opportunities to learn and to grow. And because engagement at work has a reciprocal relationship with well-being, pretty important today in Australia at the moment, engaged employees are healthier, happier, more resilient, and better performers at work. So let's say that again. Critical. When we have an engaged person in our workplace, not only are they more productive, their well-being is higher, they're happier, they're healthier, they are more resilient, and they will perform better at work. Those 12 questions from First Break All the Rules, super important. They are also more loyal. So, our role as managers, leaders, owners of businesses is to conduct meaningful conversations with our team. It is to set expectations. It is to create accountability. It is to individualize the performance management to get the most out of our people. i.e., it is to create an employee experience that will retain your team. Let me say that again. What we know is that managers need to conduct meaningful conversations. They need to set expectations, create accountability, and individualize performance management to get the most out of our people. That means creating an experience that retains our team. Of course, pay, salary, wages are all important, but it's not the sole solution. There are some very well-paid people who are disengaged at work. Some of them are white-collar workers, people that you wouldn't even think will be looking for another job, but they are. So remember, it's going to take more than 20% pay rise to lure most employees away from a manager who engages them. That's your protection mechanism. If you're a leader or a manager and you really engage with your team, it's going to cost your competitor 20% more to get them, but it's also going to cost you 20% more if you're not an engaged person. It'll cost you next to nothing to poach a disengaged worker when they know you are an owner, a leader, a manager who cares about their people. Gallup found that employees who feel their pay and incentives are fair motivate individual achievement or direct them to do what is best for the organisation. They are happier with their pay and will in fact do more and be more engaged when they understand that. So, what are your steps? Your steps are really simple. Your job is to reverse this tide of people wanting to leave, people wanting to be disengaged, by showing that you care. Showing that you care. And I want to kind of finish almost with the way I started. COVID has changed the way people work and how they work. We know that. People are now reflecting on what a quality job feels like. And we know nearly half of them are looking for that quality job right now. So what we need to do is we need to give team members, leaders and managers who care, who engage, and who give our team, our workers, a sense of purpose, a sense of inspiration, and a reason to perform well. That's our role. That is our role. Managers and leaders give people a reason to stay. I hope you enjoyed JTInTheRaw. I hope this really inspires you to improve and enhance your management of your team and your people. Managers, people, give people a reason to stay. People give people a reason to stay. Remember, please, also today is Jersey Day. So wherever you are in the world, I don't care if you're in the United States, Mike. I don't care if you're in the United States, Dwayne, or you're watching late at night in the UK. I want you to commit in the next 48 hours. Put organ in the comments below if you will have a conversation with your loved ones about organ transplants. I hope you've enjoyed JTInTheRaw. I hope it's added some insights to you on how to stop this wave of resignations crossing every industry, because we can in fact save people by getting better at leading and giving people reasons to stay. Catch you on the flip side.